Welcome everybody to another Onward VRML3 cast. I am your host, the Sky Joker, and tonight, depending on where you're at, we are bringing you STN Heart versus Raw Meat, two up-and-coming bronze teams looking to make their mark here in the Onward VRML. Hope everybody is enjoying their time so far, and thank you for joining me. Thank you, of course, to all of our sponsors, as you can see, flashing across the screen on the right side, for making this possible. Man, I am excited, as usual, to be here, getting to view these bronze teams going at it. Again, the bronze teams being a little bit more, or I should say less concerned about doing some of the riskier strats, so always exciting to see what they come up with. One of the unfortunate things, however, is I don't have a lot of pre-existing knowledge on these two teams as far as stats go. So I really have no predictions to see how this is going to go. One thing we can be certain of, as you can see on screen right now, we're starting on one of my personal favorite maps here in Onward, Subway. And as a result of the bans coming out here, as we will show up on the screen. On the home team, we've got a ban of Quarantine, and coming out here from the away team, a ban of Suburbia. Some interesting bans. Maybe Stenhart is a little less comfortable on the type of engagement you run into on Quarantine. Maybe they don't like the range, the more complex systems involved. And Suburbia from Raw Meat, I noticed on their stats, they're about 50-50 on it, having played it twice, won once. Maybe they just feel a little out of their comfort zone on some of their strats that they have set up. But again, all high speculation, as we don't have a lot of information to go off. We do have both teams fully here in the lobby, so we should be getting some action here at any moment. Looking at our current objective, though, that we're going to start off with, and hop in that gameplay view to showcase it. The North Stairs objective. If Subway is a map that you enjoy, this is more than likely your favorite objective. Everybody loves North Stairs more times than not. It is definitely one of my favorites. I enjoy watching it defended and attacked, as there's just so many different things you can do. You can do full team push on the North Stairs. You can do a distraction in the North Stairs and come from the south, from the tunnels, from Horseshoe. There's just so many different ways to play this objective. And it's so interesting to see just how sided it is. It feels like it's Volk-sided, but man, does Marsoc crush this objective sometimes. So again, just interesting to see what these bronze teams are going to bring out to handle it. And still waiting. It looks like they're probably throwing together their strats again. Two bronze teams, relatively new. So they've got some things to work out for sure. Go ahead and make sure all of our cameras are set so we have things that we can switch through and not miss any of the action. Looks like I'm not getting a game audio. Good thing I caught it now. Let's go ahead and see what's going on here before we get into the action. I believe I know what the issue is. Aha! We have game audio. And there you go, folks. It's a good thing we caught it now before we missed any of that great Onward gunfire that we're going to be seeing here. And of course, the amazing death sounds that everybody loves and enjoys. Mostly the down sounds, I should say, as they can be quite comical. But most importantly, the in-game comms, as we don't want to miss how these teams communicate and work together to defend and attack these objectives. For anybody new to Onward, this is a 5v5 milsim or tactical milsim. VR shooter, first person shooter. Uh, in my opinion, the best virtual reality first person shooter on the market that you can get right now. It is a search and destroy type game mode that we're seeing called Uplink, where the defending team, the Volk or orange team, have to defend this satellite objective right here that's making all that beautiful noise. The attacking team, the Marsoc blue team, they have to get to the objective and type in a 7-digit code randomly generated every round that is on their tablet on their back. If the code gets typed in by Marsoc, Marsoc gain 2 points. If either team kills the other enemy team, they gain 1 point. And that is the basics of this game. This game lends itself or tends to be a little bit slower than I would say at your average first person shooter. It is it has a slow tempo because it is very easy to die and you have 1 life. So you need to be able to clear those corners efficiently and work as a team. All right. We'll go ahead and actually take a look at our roster here from both of these teams. So on the side of STN HRT, we've got Princess, Book of Page, Taco Cat, Pip UI, and Gunny Saw. On the side of Raw Meat, we've got Lil Lion Man, Nunny, BT Olsen, Haywire Bubble, and Nuggy P. Again, bronze players coming to make their mark. Very excited and happy to see all the newcomers in the league. There has just been an exponential growth these last 2 seasons with the Quest being integrated or ported into Onward. While a controversial decision, I believe it was a good decision. Great for the future of Onward and great for business, especially with the recent acquisition of DPI to Oculus Studios. Again, controversial, but in my opinion, a great move. Doing a little bit of a tour rotation through Subway here. Also, one of my favorite maps just to look at, not just to play. It feels balanced. It feels competitive. I enjoy the clearing of angles. I enjoy the timing of attacks. Just an all-around great map, in my opinion. I will say it is the one that took me the longest to learn. Even a month, 2 months into playing Onward, I still found myself sometimes getting lost in this map. And whenever I finally figured out the map, I was like, man, this was so simple. I feel pretty stupid. But I will admit, I got lost quite a bit. Yeah. It's an all-around fun map. I'm going to go ahead and see if we can find out what is going on with these 2 teams to see if we can get the action rolling here. In worst case, we'll have to throw in to an intermission. Hopefully, we can get the action started soon enough to not have to do that. Let me just get it worked out. Hop into the scoreboard while we get this figured out here. All right, I'm gonna cut us to a quick intermission while we get everything worked out, but don't go too far. The action should be coming right to you live for 6 minutes into the past, I should say, at any moment. Don't go too far. Welcome back, everybody, and we are kicking off the action here in round 1 of the series on map 1 Subway. Again, North Stairs objective, Nuggy P getting a low aggressive. Oh, he's actually going to place a C4 on the bottom of the rail. I'm not sure if that was the intended position, but an interesting one at that. Looks like Steinhardt's a little laggy on the decision. Okay.
Let's go, Taco. What are you doing?
Okay, so they're doing some last minute planning of their strats here to decide where they're going to go. A little slow out of spawn, but that's okay. Looks like they're going to do a 3-2 split. 3 of them going down the tunnels, the other 2 doing a more tactical approach here.
Can't wait to just hear every one of our teammates die.
Like they're going to bypass the market. They're not going to take the north alley.
Where are we?
It looks like they're a little bit lost. That's okay. I have been there. Let's take a look at the rest of their team. All right, so again, the 3-man push down these tunnels. They're a little compact together, which could be a little dangerous here if they decided to C4 trap in the tunnels. Having 3 men this close together could result And a pretty easy kill here. Pip doing the little bit of dance. Bit of a motivational, I would say, motivational cry. Boost the morale of the players as they prepare to march into battle. Take a look at the defensive positions that are coming out here. BT Olsen in a relatively common spot behind this Fizzy Kook machine, just looking for any feet to come down the stairwell or these stairs. Nuggy P in a nice supporting position. Again, a very common one in the corner, just waiting to blow that C4. Take a look at the south coverage. VHL and Nunny holding a nice crossing angle here, making sure nobody's going to make it through to that doorway. And then you've got Haywire Bubble a little pushed out. Not too dangerous, but a little bit further compared to what you might more commonly see. So they're very heavily stacking the south to make sure nobody's able to make it through here. Looks like Haywire Bubble is going to be the first one to run into some action here. He's got Taco Cat and Princess all over him. I believe he did make out the call out. So the Marsoc player should be aware of his position. C4 goes off, not finding anybody. I believe it was like right around the corner from him.
Guys, we're at the subway and near the tracks. The uplink is on the tracks.
All that's come out. Looks like they are pulling out their own positions here, getting ready for a coordinated assault. Haywire Bubble is hearing all of this, though, and Princess is not going to be ready for him right behind her as she walks right into the line of two players, and Lion picking up the second. The refrag not able to come out. Down to just 3 attackers now. We're just exiting the tunnel here. Again, really bunched up. Gonna have to be worried about explosives and a flanker. None of them watching their back. If anybody were to flank on them, this could be dangerous. They've got 2.5 minutes left on the clock. Plenty of time to work with. They can rotate, on a map like Subway, they can rotate pretty much anywhere they want and come from any angle. So they have the options. Like they're going to opt to continue their original approach here. Little bunched up. Going to have to spread out. We're about to run right into the line of Haywire here. There is 3 of them, though, so if he takes out one, a second should be able to get the refrag. Oh, taking some shots onto the objective area, not connecting with anybody. Gonna run into Haywire. Haywire catches him in the side. Down to just 2 attackers now. Quick look at Haywire's angle here. 8 down. Book of Page and Pip are just kind of stuck there, not quite sure what to do. I don't think they realize exactly where Haywire is. They heard the shots, but he's going to be really hard to spot here in this dark corner. We'll brighten it up there so you folks can see it a bit easier. Under 60 seconds left, Pip and Book are going to have to cross this if they want to make it to the objective. I've had a stalemate here. Pip just not quite wanting to try and make the cross that his teammate just died in. Ooh, VH almost connecting with Book of Page. And they are essentially boxed in now with under 30 seconds, now under 20 seconds on the clock. They don't really have anywhere to go. This could be the Volk round as VHL picks up one. Now down to just Page. Again, still trapped behind here. Doesn't have enough time. This is going to be a timeout and a point to Raw Meat. VHL just picking up the final kill before the timer runs out. Raw Meat doing a great job in successfully holding that objective on their first round. Go ahead and give them that much deserved point. on the scoreboard. Raw Meat doing a good job, again, staying disciplined, holding their angles. You saw the North Stairs defense. They didn't see anybody, but yet they maintained their positions, they held their angles, and they made sure that nobody was going to get down those stairs. I think what got STN, HRT, or Steinhardt, I'm going to say just because it's faster, I think what got them is the lack of map knowledge. This was their map pick, but I don't think that they were fully aware of the map's setup. I think they were a little bit lost and they were a little bit disconnected. You could definitely see that Raw Meat had a better understanding of the map layout than they did. And I feel like that's going to come into play in these upcoming rounds for sure. Map knowledge is a very key thing. Again, these are two bronze teams. They are up and coming. Steinhardt, this is actually their first match. This is their first VRML match ever. We are casting it here today. I think this is going to be a great thing for them, as it's going to allow them to have something to learn off of. Even Raw Meat, something to learn off of. I believe this isn't their first match, but I believe this is their first cast. So both of these teams going to be benefited from this a lot. Both these teams taking the full amount of time to kind of prepare their strats, get their plans in order, and get set up. I'm curious though. Raw Meat showed a good understanding of the map and therefore had some pretty solid, I would say, meta defense positions. Steinhardt with I want to say lack of knowledge, because I'm sure they have knowledge, but with less knowledge. I wonder what kind of positions they're going to hold. If they don't know the meta positions, what are they going to use? It's always kind of exciting to watch the non-meta plays. So looks like we're not going to have to wait too much longer to find out as we are hopping into the gameplay view of round number 2. Again, map 1 of the series. We're going to follow along here with the defense. Princess playing the quarterback position here. She is the team captain, and she is playing her role very well. The rest of the team just kind of following her lead. They're going pretty far down that hallway. A dangerous move, as that's going to put them pretty far off objective. They're taking a little long to get set up here. The offense having already gained a foothold here in the North Alley. Looks like they're doing a very methodical clearing of this hallway. Ooh, Haywire Nuggy tucked into the same corner. Very dangerous. If somebody were to throw a grenade over this north wall, and if it were to land right here, that would be a double kill. Very dangerous to huddle up together like that in a funnel. And let's go ahead and take a look at these defense positions. Princess with the nice line. Crossing on the stairs. Gunny gonna have to be careful to not get trapped here with suppressive fire. Again, a meta position here on the Fizzy Kook machine. Can't be too peaky, though. Just gonna look for some feet. We got 2 Raw Meat attackers down here coming from the south. Do we have any coverage? Looks like Steinhardt's 2 defenders are way down this hallway watching. I think they're watching that doorway. I'm not sure if they realize that the attackers can't come from that direction. And then you have Taco Cat kind of in a nice little ambush position behind the cucumber juice machine. If anybody opts to go down the horseshoe. So a couple meta positions coming out here, but overall, very different setup. I'm wondering, we can leave the action just for a moment to take a look at what the plan is here. I think they're actually watching this doorway. So just something to look at back on, Steinhardt. This area is actually a unused portion of the map. There is nothing here. You cannot get here from any other direction. Free fire coming out here from VHL, just trying to grab attention and suppress the objective. I think they're distracting for the north stairs approach here. Smoke coming out. Nice in sync pinch coming out. A 3-2 split. Just how they coordinate this. Like a nice flashbang going right onto Princess's position. Gunny Saul's very distracted by this south attack here. Oh, picked up by VHL just as I round the corner. And now it's a 3v1 as Princess is getting stuck into this corner. The suppression fire still coming out here. Are they going to check the corner, though? Princess finding one. Princess might find Nuggy here. And she does. She finds two. Haywire needs to be here to get this refrag. If Princess pokes out, he will get it. And he does. He finds the hand of Princess. The objective is now open. The last three defenders very far off objective. They need to be crashing and reacting right now. But it looks like they're not. I don't think they're watching their tablet, and they're unaware that the objective is wide open. VHL in a nice supporting role for Haywire to go in and cap. But Haywire is taking it slow, making sure the area is completely covered before they make their final approach. Ooh, Taco Cat might find VHL getting a little too aggressive. Taco Cat messing their shots. VHL just dodging around, trying to, I guess, stay as a distraction. Haywire bubble still over here in the north. Pretty soon he'll realize he's all alone and clear for a cap around this corner. He's got tablet out. He is punching in the code right now. The defenders are completely unaware of this, and this is a cap. Raw Meat coming out with +2 on round 2. And what gun was that? As we give Raw Meat their much deserved 2 points. Again, what really hurt Steinhardt there, they invested 2 players in a position that was useless. I think, again, map knowledge, they were unaware that the attackers cannot get to that doorway. That is, again, an unused zone of the map as far as uplink is concerned. And this is a dead end. Doesn't go anywhere. Nowhere goes here except that hallway. You don't need to watch back here. So most people, if you're going to use this hallway, you're going to use it to watch this angle right here. Basically watch anybody cross into the objective if you want to be closer right here. Just something to watch out for. Move objectives over here. South Stairs objective. One of the newer objectives for us veterans, but I would say a normal objective for most of these bronze teams. Alright, so again, south objective here, an interesting objective, I have to say. You do have the south stairs approach, which the defense has the high ground on, but I have seen it used very effectively with distraction coming in from the north. The person watching south stairs rotates off, goes to check it. South stairs comes up, catches them in the back. This alley approach, whoa, the west alley approach onto these gates being very effective. There's so many different things you can do. We'll see how these two teams opt to take this on, though, as we hop into round 3, possibly the last round of the map. if Raw Meat successfully hold this down. Taking a look at the offense here, we have a 3-2 split coming out.
We're already here. Oh. Yeah, I didn't realize we were that close. Okay. Here, wait.
And a little bit of confusion on the layout of the map. Let's go ahead and take another look at Steinhardt here. Again, very bunched up. This is a good approach for covering your teammates, as you can all watch a different angle. You can all refrag each other and support each other easily. However, it is very weak to explosives. Any grenades or C4 on these positions will take out these attackers. You're going to have to be very careful as they approach near the objective for any C4 traps.
You guys can run up here. If you were really quiet, they're right around the corner.
Wonder if Lion Man is aware of how many attackers he's about to come up against.
They might be in large scope. Flurry. New McFlurry. You're close, but sorry, I had to tell my dad about McDonald's.
Nice C4 from Lion as Princess rounds that corner. The two other attackers quickly retreating. Having lost their team captain, this is going to be a little rough for them to get regrouped here. We're going to drop a camera and take a look at the other two attackers. See where they're going.
No, we can't go through that.
Getting a little bit lost here, trying to understand which direction to go to the objective. Take a look at the defensive setup as well. BT Olsen on a nice, a very dangerous angle to catch anybody coming around this corner in the back. AY bubble in a nice little position to back up VHL. VHL picking up one.
Echo 3, Ellie.
Crossing the same angle that Princess tried crossing. Now it's just down to Pip on this approach here. Pip just eagerly waiting for any possible push-outs from the defense. See if they get aggressive. Interesting, Pip using the night vision and laser combo. Oh, Nuggy finding two on the south stairs approach. Down to just Pip now against all 5 members of the defense. Pip rounding the corner with the gun down, not able to react to VHL in the corner. Raw Meat taking their 4th point on map 1 and taking the first map of the series. I think Steinhardt, they had good teamwork. I think they really understood how to work as a unit. I think the biggest problem was not understanding the map well enough. I think having their players get lost and watching non-essential angles, I think really hurt them. And I think over time, once they start to better understand the map layouts, I think they'll do a lot better. As we hop in to the next map here. Map 2. And a very big change of pace here. We're going to Downfall. An interesting choice, Raw Meat bringing this to a long-range map after doing so well on a close-range map. I'm wondering if maybe this is just one of their comfort maps. Maybe they feel like, having done so well against them, they can kind of use this time to throw down on a map. either they're really strong on, maybe to practice some tracks. Maybe they're a little bit weaker on, but feel like they can take them on it. Downfall is not a common map pick that you see people want to go to, as it is very bulk-sided, very defense-sided. I don't know. I'm curious to see how this is going to go for both teams. And we'll see if Steinhardt has a bit better understanding of this map compared to their last map. This map being all about crossing angles, suppressing smokes. We'll see how they do in the longer distances. Go ahead and get the team name set. And then we'll hop right on into it. We don't miss any of the great action. Alright, so starting objective here, we'll go ahead and hop into the gameplay view. Starting objective is going to be right over here in the upper dumpster area. One of the older objectives, more veteran objectives, you could say. This one being all about, again, watching the long angles, the long crosses, just coverage. Rami is going to need to be able to make these crosses, get the smokes, get the suppression, and possibly even get around behind the objective and come up from the south. See how they choose to play this as we hop in to round number 1 here. Let's see what the offense decides to do.
Get to the hotel, and then I'm gonna move down into the valley.
Okay, cool. Nice.
With
You move
BH.
the valley, and we'll circle south.
And
There
then
you go.
let's scream. Nuggy, tell us when you want fire.
Nugget, do you have a mag? Do you have an extra mag?
Bring mags this time because
okay.
I'm
I
very
got
good at them on long maps.
619.
Don't say it out loud. Don't say it out loud.
We all remember differently.
Olsen calling out the code, but his teammate saying, no, 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 you're just going to confuse us. Let us remember it on our own. I am the same way. I have my own way of memorizing the code. Please do not say it out loud. The free fire coming out across the map. VHL picking up 1. Haywire picking up 1. 2 early kills going to hurt Steinhardt quite a bit here. Like we got Princess with the 4X SKS. Might get picked off here from Haywire looking for the shots. Oh, and Haywire finds the shots onto Princess. He gets a shot off, but does not connect. Gunny taking some fire, needing to heal up from Haywire. This defense getting picked apart from the distance. Now we're at a bit of a stalemate here as the offense move up. The defense a little worried about peeking out now, as they've just lost 3 of their friends very quickly. T. Olsen might find Pip as he crosses his doorway, and he does. Now down to just Gunny to defend this objective. As Gunny gets me stuck in the wall. How dare you? Eagerly looking all around this objective. He does not want to get capped on. Olsen still looking for the shots. But Haywire getting very aggressive here, running straight onto the objective, pulling out the tablet. He has tablet out, the suppression and distraction coming out from both angles. He is typing in the code, and Gunny is not checking it, and he gets the cap on the first round of Downfall. Not something you see commonly. A cap on Downfall. A beautiful, beautiful attack. They got the angles. They got the early picks, finding the defense very fast and just cutting them down. They didn't have nearly enough defenders to cover all the angles. by the time the offense moved in. Very, very great job on the side of Raw Meat. I think Steinhardt is going to learn quite a bit from this cast if they go back and watch it and just kind of pay attention to the various positions being held. Again, new team, first league match. Plenty to learn. Prepare for round number 2 here. Want to see how Steinhardt attack now. We saw them get a little bit lost in Subway, but Subway's a little bit more of a complicated hallway map. This is a very wide open map. So we'll see how that affects their rotations, their pushes, and their movements as we hop into round number 2 of map 2. And it did not switch from the scoreboard. Good thing I checked again as we actually hop in to round number 2. Do not want to leave that overlay up, folks. The defense very quickly getting into their positions. They do not want to get caught out in the open. VHL taking the long angle and shots again. Coming out early. Haywire picking up one on the cross. And now going to assert his dominance in the center hotel. Like he's going to opt for the second story. Looking for the shots onto Princess. Princess trying to get shots into a sniper building, thinking that that is a person in there, but that is actually not an enemy. I have shot that many a times thinking it was a person, because it does look like a person from that range, but it is not. Now a 5v4 here. Offense a little bit trapped in their positions now. Don't have a lot of options to choose from, as the defense have successfully boxed them in almost. Pig with a nice flank over here. Gonna try and get around. Oh, BT Olsen picking up Taco Cat. And Haywire now finding Book of Page. Princess trying to sneak up on his position. Oh, she might get caught out, though. And she does in the crouch. And now down to just Pig. Slowly marching his way to the helicopter. Haywire shutting that down. Haywire now up to 7 kills. Again, asserting that strength in Center Hotel as they pick up their 3rd point. Raw Meat having a great understanding of the angles and positions they can take early on in order to stop the offense and the defense from getting where they want to get. This is how Downfall should be played. I think Raw Meat's playing a little bit aggressively, but they know they can get away with it. No spawning in here. Let's go ahead and drop that overlay and hop into round 3. Downfall, possibly the last round of the map and the winning round of the series.
Punch your face in with it.
Yes, the enemies can hear you shooting. They cannot hear you talking right now, but they can hear you shooting. As you assert your intimidation. Pre-fire once again coming out. Not sure if that was directed towards them, if they spotted them. Take a look at the defense here. 3 of them still locked in the spawn area. They don't have a solid box around the objective currently, which is going to be working against them as the offense makes their moves. Take a quick look at Princess here, being the quarterback and apparently the sniper. Oh, no, as the tactical comms come out here.
You said if you die, what?
What is the angle she's watching? You can tell Steinhardt still very good in the morale section. Oh, if we die, as Haywire picks him off.
Words, I see him.
Haywire, nice pickup, giving him 8 kills for the map total so far.
Taco is gone, but not forgotten.
But look at Haywire's approach here. Kind of holding the windows, checking the angles, making sure they're in the clear. Take a look at Nunny and Lion's approach, along with Nuggy there in the center. And just watching angles, looking for their early picks to weaken the defense. Pip in a very far off position out there. Gonna be dangerous and gonna have to rotate quickly to the objective if they won't want to get capped on. Haywire inside the building with tablet out is now capping. Gunny not checking it. I don't think they realize they can cap in there. Haywire's tablet out, gonna get the objective and bring it to a 5-0 VHL, picking up 1 in the process. Raw Meat taking the series away with a 4-0 on Subway and a 5-0 on Downfall. Again, not something you see often. Raw Meat showing their dominant understanding of the maps and angles and positions. A great job from them. Steinhardt, again, doing their due diligence. I'm just glad to see it. Again, they're in high morale. They're having a good time. They're here to have fun. They are not tilting. They are just enjoying their time of Onward, and that's what we should see out of all teams that we cast in that play in the league. And here we go into the next map, now going into one that I have not casted in a while, as has been out of the pool. We're hopping into Cargo. Cargo being definitely one of the, I would call it, the finishing favorites. The encore map, the map to just go nuts, go crazy, just have fun. Kind of Call of Duty-like maps. I definitely enjoy it as a relaxed map. I think it is a bit of a competitive map, but I prefer it as a relaxed map, just to kind of let loose, as you would say. And here we go. We're going to go ahead and hop into the gameplay view to showcase the first objective here, being in the north. I would say the most defendable objective on the map, in my opinion. Okay, maybe second most. The most is probably this propane tank objective being out in the open. I would give it second most. As all you really have to do is cut the map. You put one here, you put one at barrels, you put one here watching this way. You just put a bunch of crossing angles and make them cross out in the open. Your biggest worry is going to be grenades at that point and pre-fire. But other than that, you can pretty much lock this down. We're going to get to see how the bronze players pull this off here as we hop into round number 1 of map 3. Again, the series is already decided as it is a best 2 out of 3. However, the map 3 gets played to decide how much MMR is gained or lost.
Trade with me?
All rounds matter. Again, Steinhardt in a great mood as they play this amazing VR first-person shooter that is Onward. Ooh, VHL gonna run into Gunny. Gunny picking him up. Nice early kill. Gunny all alone in this tunnel now. Down to a 5v4. Looking good for Steinhardt. Will Gunny be ready for Nuggy's position, though, as he makes this cross? And actually, Haywire is going to be the first one he runs into. Thing to rotate here. I'm up the center. Gonna run into Haywire's line. Oh, and Nuggy and Haywire both miss as he ducks behind these boxes. Nunny gonna have to contest this a little bit. He's just hiding behind this box, but he peeks and gets picked up. Taco Cat sneaking up alongside Nuggy. I don't think Nuggy is aware of this, though. Gonna split our attention to see Princesses approach up the center here. Might run into Nuggy's line. Nuggy watching the back door, which nobody can get there. Princess exploiting his distraction. Only downing Nuggy, though. Ooh, there's some rafters. Being down, Taco can come in and get the confirm, and he does, but Haywire picks up Princess. Now looking for the refrag onto Taco. Down to a 3v3. Steinhardt doing a great job at challenging Raw Meat on this close quarters map. Oh, Taco Cat finding Olsen in the peak with the M16 suppressed. Down to a 3v2. Raw Meat getting picked apart by the offense. Nunny now gonna have to do her due diligence at holding this building down. Taco Cat picking up Haywire. Down to a 1v3. Nunny gonna have to get the refrag onto Taco as he rounds a corner, and she does. Now down to Pip and Book. If they get the pinch and come around from both sides. Looks like they're gonna rotate, though. Book coming in from the back. Pip gonna continue to make his approach as he comes in the back, but Nunny with the quick reflexes manages to catch Pip. Now down to a 1v1. Take a look at Book's perspective here. We're crossing the line. And he just desperately trying to catch all of these angles. Not quite sure where the attack is going to come from. Page gun down. I think he spotted Nunny, though. No foregrip on the M16. He pulls out the knife. I wonder if he thinks that Nunny's going to push him. Oh, this could be dangerous if Nunny comes around this corner. Oh, but he drops the knife and can't grab the gun. Nunny, with the good timing, finishes off the round, giving them the first point on map number 3. That was close. Steinhardt doing a very, very good job at challenging Raw Meat on this third map, almost picking up the point of their own. I think if they had just been a little bit more in sync and pushed together, I think that round would have been very different. And we would see a point on the board for Steinhardt. I'm curious on if they manage to lock themselves down on this defense, if Raw Meat's going to be able to handle it. ahead and hop into the gameplay view just to make sure it's not forgotten about. Just to make sure. And do just a look around of cargo here. And enjoy all of the nice PC graphics of Onward. And both of these teams can be taking the full amount of time allotted to them to get ready and strategize. No fault of theirs, of course. They need this time. Again, coming in fresh to the league. Gives us time to get some nice cinematic views. And staying on the same objective here. Steinhardt looking pretty good on cargo. I am impressed with how well they challenged those positions. I think raw meat was just a little too peaky. I think they got a little bit too comfortable. They feel like they can get away with a lot of things, and I think that really hurt them that round. I think they need to just lock down, understand that the game is still going, that things are still on the line, and to just not take the big risks. Sure, there's no drops. Nope. And there is the same roster that we've had. No rotations of players. I gotta know, though, how many of y'all in chat like cargo? In a very opinionated, or people are very opinionated on this map, I have found. What do y'all think about it? Again, as I stated earlier, I enjoy it as a carefree map more than I want to play it in a match. I want to play it as a nice fourth map of a scrim or just kind of mess around on. That's where I enjoy it most. As we hop in to the next round number 2, raw meat now having to attack this objective that they just defended. Let's see what the defense does. Oh, the aggressive attacking push coming out here. Gunny once again taking the tunnel here. Gonna run into Olsen. Oh, Olsen actually shooting on the other side. Wait. Oh, Gunny forgot to load his gun. Not quite sure what was going on there. Oh. And Pip with the TK onto Gunny. Finally got tired of him clicking his gun at him. Oh, unfortunate. Bringing this down to a 5v4 here. Pip now going to have to deal with Olsen. Oh, and pops out and gets taken down by Olsen. Now down to a 3v5. The attacking team successfully gaining center control and west control of the map. Oh, and VHL with a nice reaction onto Book. Down to a 2v5 here. Princess getting very peaky as she pokes out here. Oh, Haywire just barely misses the shot. But if Princess opts to poke out again, Haywire's dialed in as VHL comes in from the back. But he doesn't check it. He continues to move on. I'm not sure if he saw Princess or not. But Haywire did. And VHL finds Taco Cat down here behind the containers right at the same time. Raw meat successfully gaining their second point. Wow. What an aggressive assault there and an unfortunate TK. I'm not sure if Steinhardt was a little bit confused on who was who, and I believe it was Gunny who I don't think realized he has to load the PKM at the beginning of the round. Just had the clicks and the clicks. And then Pip finally deciding that they were tired of getting clicked at, popped the corner and took him down. Prepping for round number 3 here. The mouse opting to yell at me that it is low on battery. Thanks for the information, yo. We are now plugged in to make sure that that does not die on us mid-action. We are quickly hopping into the next round. Round number 3, again, map 3. Let's get that pesky overlay out of the way so we don't miss any of the great action of round number 3. Take a quick look at the offense.
Are we playing now?
Can't believe I killed the teammate.
I have to grab my
Oh, I think Pip is actually a female as well as Princess.
All together. All of us together. Let's go. Vomitos.
Oh man, the amazing strats coming out from Steinhardt as they move together as a team here across the map.
Taco's bad.
This is the type of energy you want to see out of Onward as the trade comes out. VHL only down.
That wasn't me. That was Claire.
Nuggy also looking for an angle. Gunny pushing up. Gonna run into Olsen here. Oh, Olsen barely misses. Gunny hugs the wall. I don't think Gunny knows where he got shot from. Ooh. Taco finding one. Gunny finding one. Nuggy pushing up, finding Pip in the back. And finds Book as she can't get the refrag. Taco finding Nuggy. And Gunny finding Nunny in the back. Steinhardt getting their first point on the scoreboard. Oh man, what a great display of high morale and just excitement as it just wins. It wins over the concrete strats of raw meat. Oh man. That was good karma. I love to see the energy coming out from Steinhardt as they just enjoy the game. You don't see that too often in the league. I'm looking into chat. I believe it is Stunheart, as we're going to start calling it instead of Steinhardt. Stunheart. As your heart gets stunned. Here we go into the next round. Round number 4 coming y'all's way.
We wait to clip at the start of the game.
A little bit of celebration.
I have a sniper.
Never mind, this isn't a sniper. We're
Yeah,
fine.
bullet
I saw
notching
the
at
scoop and I
foreheads,
got
too.
scared.
Oh man.
We pushed that together. Okay.
The antics of Steinhardt or Stunheart, never ending. They're all still in their spawn area, just celebratory shooting. The offense making their way to the objective. Haywire Bubble already on here, checking the code. And on objective on the propane tank, this could be the final round here as the cap comes out. Stunheart, forgetting that there was an objective, just kind of enjoying themselves. Raw Meat, picking up the series. Man. While Stunheart coming in new and fresh, just kind of doing their own thing, doing whatever, I have to say that is one of my favorite casts that I've done so far. The energy that Stunheart brought out was just fantastic. And I enjoyed every minute of this cast, even though it was quick and decisive for Raw Meat. Again, a lot of fun. Taking a quick look at the scoreboard, the last minute TKs after the round ending, always fun to watch. Again, just 10 out of 10 would do again. That was a lot of fun. Again, the bronze teams, always a good laugh, always good fun. Good to see what they do. I hope both teams are able to come back again and look at this and really get to learn a lot. As you see, they are all leaving as we are going to follow suit. Make sure to tune in to VRML 1 as we have a bit higher tier of a match going on here. You do not want to miss that. Go check it out, and we will catch y'all next time.